Welcome to Semen Retention. If you are new to my channel, we talk a lot about semen retention here and other things, men's improvement, all that kind of good stuff. Today, I can't help but feel a bit of a rekindling of old energy. And no, I'm not talking about I feel like an old man. I'm not talking about my body is weak or my mind is slow. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about energy that I've felt months ago, even years ago as well. But at the end of the day, what I want to talk about is the fact that this old energy, although it is familiar, is unwanted. And the thing is that I've been on this semen retention journey, this evolution of myself for so long now, that I've started new practices, I've got new standards, I've got new ways of living my life. And I don't necessarily need to do all these things that I used to do that I thought were necessary. Like, for example, I got my license back today, actually. So 3 months of not having a driver's license, I got it back. Instantly, my first drive today, I felt anxious. I felt like the energy of the people that drive cars is basically the energy of impatience. It's the energy of pushing your way through in life. It's the energy of being very just short-sighted. Like the amount of people that just go through in their cars, they go in their cars and they go out there and basically try and push through in these cars and make stressful environments, get themselves in a lot of issues and accidents and all that kind of stuff. It's really crazy. I honestly don't understand why people go to those kind of extents, but it is what it is. Now, the reason why I feel this old energy, though, is that I feel like my car, it probably needs to be cleansed. I probably need to do some sort of saging in my car. I need to purify my car. It's been sitting in this energy for 3 months and it hasn't evolved, whereas I have, and the rest of my house has evolved with me. Yet the car was left stagnant for 3 months. Imagine you didn't talk to someone that you were close to for 3 months. And imagine you were on semen retention, and imagine how rapid your growth would be. Imagine how quickly things would change. Imagine how your skin would become clear. Imagine how your teeth become whiter. Imagine how your physique becomes stronger. Your temperament becomes calmer and wiser. It's like the people that were in that 3 month ago period, they're no longer a part of this anymore, unfortunately. And that's just that's a reality you're gonna have to face. Tonight is the night of the Scorpio full moon. Scorpio is the most intense star sign out of all the Western zodiac. And I'm talking about Western astrology here. Now, why is this important is because this is the reason why we feel the old energy. This is the reason why we feel things coming up to the surface and feeling like, oh, I don't like that anymore. You know what was interesting? I was getting tempted in my car. I was driving my car and I was like, oh, I could go to KFC and go get myself a nice dirty bird. That's what we call it in Australia. We call it dirty bird. And I was genuinely tempted to go to KFC and buy some food, but I didn't end up going. I thought to myself, you know what? No, you're meant to be fasting today. Aren't you enjoying the progress that you made? Aren't you enjoying living healthier? So I've got a lot of questions to ask myself, and I've got a lot of answers to seek. I've got to really figure out, who am I now that I have access to my car? And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, it's not that deep. It's just a car. Like, you drive it or you don't. But it is that deep. Let me tell you why. There's a version of me that lives in that car and is still in that car. And today I did exactly everything except for the junk food that version of me was doing 3 months ago. I went to the swimming pool. I went to the sauna. I went to the studio. I didn't have to walk to the train station. I didn't have to walk to here or there. I did ride my bike today, but I didn't ride it as much. I didn't do the running. So this is what I'm afraid of. This is what the questions I've got to ask myself is, how do I use the car as something of a necessity rather than as a overused privilege? How can I use it as a tool, as a vehicle to transport me into different timelines and new realities and higher levels? How is it going to help me with that compared to just say taking public transport? And these are real questions I've got to ask myself, because the sooner I fall back in, here's how I felt, guys, okay? I felt like I was re-entering the Matrix. I feel like the last 3 months I've been unplugging from the Matrix. I feel like I've been cleansing my spirit. Excuse me. Sorry, it's pretty late at night. I was cleansing my spirit. I was healing a lot. 3 months ago I was kind of hurt. 3 months ago there was this girl that I met at one of my gigs. We had like a one night stand kind of thing. And she told me she was going to move to Port Douglas. And 3 months ago I was thinking about her a lot. I was thinking about her a lot. 3 months ago, I started making Semen Retention videos for the first time. And now I've already got 100 subs. Shout out to everyone that is subscribed and to the OGs from early on. But the point that I'm trying to make is that a lot can happen in 3 months. And old energy is so powerful and so it's got the ability to influence you. That familiarity of places and people and activities you do with those people in those places. When you walk into someone's house and you're like, yeah, I know what we're going to do here tonight. That's what we're going to do. Okay. You got to tell yourself, it's time to let go of it. It's time to move on. There's new people in my life now that I want to move towards. There's new people that I'm attracted to, and hopefully they're attracted to me. And I just want to have fresh things in my life now. I don't want to be hanging on to old energy. I don't want to have old versions of me being projected onto me from other people that only know me for the old version of me because I haven't talked to them for the last 3 months. This is the thing, guys, is that when you go into that cocoon and you do that transformation, that metamorphosis into this new version of you, the people don't know what's going on, and then when you come out and they see you and they know you're different, they know you've leveled up, but they can't help but project. And they're projecting the old version of you onto you because that is the version of you that they are familiar with. So, yeah, it's crazy, guys. Just be careful out here and make sure you keep staying on semen retention. Don't fluff up now. I know there's some old energy coming up and you might be feeling like you're on a good streak, and you might be like, you might be coming up to maybe 2 months or something like that, and you might be thinking there's this old energy that's rising through your body, and you're like, oh, maybe I should just go check it out. Maybe I should just go switch on my phone and, go to the place. No, don't go there. Trust me. You are risking your life here. Don't go there. I'm telling you, guys. But anyway, my voice is tired. I need to stop speaking. I don't know if I'm going to do a video tomorrow or not, just because I need to take care of my voice, guys. It's tired. But yeah, I'm going to talk to you all soon. Take care, guys. Stay healthy. Stay fresh, Don't worry about that old energy. That old energy means nothing to us now. We're on a new vibration. We're on a new timeline completely. We're in a different era. We're in a different era on semen retention. I'm Semen Retention, and good night.